Hi everyone, we wanted to just take a minute to review some of what we did today in school so that you're ready to do it for homework tonight. Remember, we talked a lot about the place value chart, and you're going to be having problems a lot like these problems that we did today in school. You're going to be multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands. Whoop, that should be another zero. Thousands, and dividing by tens, 100, and 1,000. Okay. Remember that when you multiply by 10 or 100 or 1,000, your number is going to get bigger, and when you divide, your number is going to get smaller. If you keep that in your mind, you're going to know if you should go to the left or to the right when you are moving your digits on the place value chart. Remember, you're going to be filling in your numbers. You'll start writing them the way they were written. So here's an example that we looked at today. 3 and 452 thousandths. We wrote with a 3 in the ones place, a 4 in the tenths place, a 5 in the hundredths place, and a 2 in the thousandths place. And because we were going to multiply that number right here by 10, we're going to just move that number, and eventually we'll be doing this in our heads, but move that number just by one place over on our place value chart, but we're going to be moving it over to the left because our number is going to get bigger. Because if we multiply 3, we multiply 3 times 10, we know we'll always get 30. So if we multiply 3 and a little more by 10, we're going to get something a little more than 30, which is 34, and 52 hundredths. So there's that example. Now we're going to do a similar thing on this one right here. So it's asking you 3 and, that's where we put our decimal in, 452 thousandths. We're going to multiply it this time by 100. That means we're not just moving over one place, but two, because there are two zeros. So the 3 is going to come over here, the 4 is going to come here, the digit 5 is going to come here, and the 2 is going to come here. So we have a 3 in the hundreds place, a 4 in the tens place, a 5 in the ones place. We put in our decimal, and we have a 2 in the tenths place. Okay, so that is multiplication. Let me help you look quickly at division. And with division, I'm just going to put it on top of this so you can see. So with division, it's going to be the same thing, but because our number is going to go from 354 and be divided by 10, because we're dividing and it's a whole number, it's going to become a smaller number. So if we know we're starting with 345 and we're dividing by 10, we know that we're going to be moving over 1 on the place value chart. So we get 34 and 5/10. Okay, let's try another one. This one we're dividing by 100. So we'll put it right in the chart, just like we did before. Okay, we're going to be dividing by 100, and make sure you put your arrows in carefully. Eventually you'll be able to do that right in your head. But I saw people today drawing arrows all over the place. You have 2 zeros, so you're going to have 1 this way, and then you're going to go 1 over 2. Do you see how it was 3? The 3 is going to move over from the hundreds place to the ones place. The 4 is going to move from the tens place over to the tenths place. And the 5 was in the ones place. Now it's going to move over 2 spots on the place value chart, and it is going to go into the hundredths place. We would read that number, of course, as 3 and 45 hundredths. Okay? I hope this little video helps you. Watch it as many times as you need, and if you need extra help, you can always come in tomorrow morning. We'll be here. Have a good night.